I hope you're happy just like me. I am Teacher Grace and I will be guiding you in this lesson, PLE 6, 4th quarter, Module 6, entitled Policies on Sustainable Development in Constructing Project Plan. But before we will proceed with our lesson proper, let us be reminded on the following. Classroom rules this new normal situation. Number 1. Wash hands before entering and after leaving the classroom. Number 2. Wear mask. Number 3. Observe social distancing. Number 4. Spray hands with alcohol. Number 5. Use your own ballpen. At the end of this module, you should be able to A. Construct project plan. B. Consider deliberate policies on sustainable development in constructing the project plan. What are you waiting for? Let's begin! Bring out your ballpen and pad paper. Let's try to answer what you already know. Why do we need to construct a project plan before we build our houses, bridges, or even school buildings? We need to construct a project plan before we build our houses, bridges, or even school buildings because project planning is essential in making and implementing a project that we desire. Starting a project requires careful planning on what to prepare, on how to do it, and what to do with the finished product. It enables you to organize your ideas, save time, money, and effort. Do we have the same answer? If yes, very good. If no, don't worry. We still have lots of activities for you to answer. Each of the following project needs a plan. Put a check before the number if it requires a project plan and cross if it doesn't require the plan. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. Building a house. Number 2. Cutting a plain sheet. Number 3. Constructing a table. Number 4. Making dustpan. Number 5. Making artwork. Okay, so let's answer. You put a check if your answer is correct and mark X if it is wrong. Number 1. Building a house. Check. Number 2. Cutting a plain sheet. X. Number 3. Constructing a table. Check. Number 4. Making dustpan. Check. Number 5. Making artwork. Check. How many scores did you get? If you got 4 or 5, excellent! If you got 1 or 3, don't worry. Just listen and concentrate with your lesson and you will be able to get a higher score. Andy, a grade 6 learner, wanted to make a feather duster from recycled materials. The project he planned to develop in his EPP class but was not materialized due to the early closure of his school because of COVID-19 pandemic and he had to stay at home. He would like to start this project, so he contacted his teacher, Mr. Jose, online to get advice on what he will do to be able to start his project. Mr. Jose was very happy hearing such eagerness of Andy in coming out with an EPP project. So, he He instructed Andy to prepare first a project plan that will guide him throughout the development of the project. Mr. Jose patiently discussed the parts of the project plan. After 3 days of meeting online, Andy is now ready to start his dream project. Mr. Jose also assured Andy that he will be available anytime via online when he needs some help. According to Mr. Jose, a project plan is important because it will guide Andy throughout the development of the project. What is a project plan? A project plan is a formal document designed to guide in the execution of a project. It must be prepared before starting because it serves as the key to a successful project. Parts of a project plan. Letter A. Project proponent indicates the owner of the project. B. Project title tells what the project is all about. C. Project objectives tells the purpose of the project. D. Working drawing shows the scale drawing of an object to be made or structure to be built intended for direct use by the workman. E. Bill of materials tell the materials to be used. This part contains the unit, quantity, description, the unit price, and the total cost for every item needed. F. Tools needed tells the different carpentry or industrial tools, machines or gadgets needed in making the project. G. Procedure tells the exact steps in the preparation of the project. This will serve as the guide in project making. Sample project plan. A. Project proponent, Juan de la Cruz. B. Project title, extension cord. C. Project objectives. Number 1. To be able to make an extension cord. Number 2. To create a simple project according to prepared plan. Letter D. Working drawing. E. Bill of materials. It is divided into 5 parts. We have quantity, unit, description, unit price, and total cost. So here is an example. Quantity is 1, unit is piece, description is convenience outlet, unit price is 40, and total cost is 40 pesos. Another, quantity is 1, unit is piece, description is mail plug, unit price is 38 pesos, total cost is 38 pesos. Last, quantity is 5, unit is meter, description is electric wire number 16, unit price is 15 pesos times the quantity, which is 5, it gives us a total cost of 75 pesos. The total is 153 pesos. Letter F. Tools needed. We have pliers, screwdrivers, and wire stripper. Letter G. Procedure. Number 1. Prepare all materials and tools needed for the project. Number 2. Measure the parts of the wire to be peeled or stripped. Number 3. Peel off the skin by 2 centimeters. Number 4. Loosen the screw of the male plug. Number 5. Insert the wire into the male plug. Number 6. Twist both ends of the wire to keep the wires from making contact with each other. Number 7. Put the cover of the plug so the wire will not be exposed and cause electric shock. Number 8. Split the cord wires at the other end about 4 cm long. Then follow procedure number 3. Number 9. Connect the wires to the connectors. Number 10. Open the convenience outlet, then remove the screw. Number 11. Insert the wire connectors to the screws. Tighten it and return the cover. So that you will be able to understand more our lesson, we are going to do another activity. Please listen carefully to the instruction. Fill in the blanks with appropriate parts of the project plan listed inside the box below. Write your answer on a separate sheet of paper. Here are for your answers. We have project title, project objectives, bill of materials, working drawing, project proponent, tools needed, procedure. Number 1. Shows the scale of an object to be made or structure to be built intended for direct use by the workman. Number 2. Tells the different carpentry or industrial tools or machines needed in making the project. Number 3. Indicates the owner of the project. Number 4. Tell the purpose or the purposes of the project. Number 5. Tells the exact steps in the preparation of the project. This will serve as the guide in project making. Okay, so let's answer. You put a check if your answer is correct and mark X if it is wrong. Number 1. Working drawing. Number 2. Tools needed. Number 3. Project proponent. Number 4. Project objective. Number 5. Procedure. How many scores did you get? If you got 4 or 5, excellent! If you got 1 or 3, don't worry. Just listen and concentrate with your lesson and you will be able to get a higher score. For your next activity, you are going to fill in the blanks with the correct answer found inside the box. So here are for your choices. We have here the quantity, objective, money, procedure, tools. In making a project plan, the first thing you have to consider is to have your blank where you will determine the purpose of the project. The list of the materials contains the blank unit, and description of materials. The blank will serve as your guide in making your project. Blank is also important in purchasing your material and other expenses. Following the plan and using appropriate blank will give you not only quality output of the project, but also keep you safe from any accident. Again, you are going to put a check if your answer is correct and mark X if it is wrong. In making a project plan, the first thing you have to consider is to have your objective, where you will determine the purpose of the project. The list of materials contains the quantity, unit, and description of materials. The procedure will serve as your guide in making your project. Money is also important in purchasing your material and other expenses. Following the plan and using appropriate tools will give you not only quality output of the project, but also keep you safe from any accident. How many scores did you get? If you got 4 to 5, excellent. If you got 1 to 3, don't worry. Just listen and concentrate with your lesson, and you will be able to get a higher score. Project plan is an essential document designed to guide project developer in starting a sustainable project. It is necessary before undertaking any project because it serves as guide in accomplishing the project. It gives the project implementer an idea on what needs to be done, how much to spend, and what procedures to undertake. Your activity in letter A, you are going to read and answer each question. Write the letter of your answer in a separate sheet of paper. Number 1. What do you call a document designed to guide you in the execution of a project? Letter A. Building plan. B. Action plan. C. Project plan. D. Project proponent. Number 2. Which part of the project plan contains the quantity of the materials to be used? A. Working drawing. B. Tools needed. C. Procedure. D. Bill of materials. Number 3. It shows you the purpose of the plan. A. Project proponent. B. Procedure. C. Objective. D. Materials. Number 4. Scissors, glue gun, pliers, and cutter are examples of A. Materials. B. tools, C. furniture, D. machine. Number 5. The illustration of the structure to be built or made can be found in A. Procedure, B. List of tools, C. Bill of materials, D. Working drawing. Okay, so let's answer. Put a check if your answer is correct and mark X if it is wrong. The answer for number 1 is letter C. Number 2, letter D. Number 3, letter C. Number 4, letter B. Number 5, letter D. For activity B, you are going to match column A with column B. Write the letter of the correct answer in your answer sheet. Okay, so we have here column A, number 1. It tells the exact steps in the preparation of the project. Number 2, indicates the owner of the project. Number 3, shows the scale of an object to be made or structure to be built. Number 4, tells the purpose of the project. Number 5, it contains the unit, quantity, description, the unit price, and the total cost for every item needed. For column B, letter A, project objectives. Letter B, bill of materials. Letter C, procedure. Letter D, working drawing. Letter E, project proponent. Okay, so let's answer. You put a check if your answer is correct and mark X if it is wrong. The answer for number 1 is letter C. Number 2, letter E. Number 3, letter D. Number 4, letter A. And number 5, letter B. For an additional activity, you are going to create a simple project plan and observe the format below. Your title would be Project Plan. Letter A, Project Proponent. You are going to write your name in the blank. Letter B, Project Title. Letter C, Project Objectives. Letter D, Working Drawing. Letter E, Bill of Materials. Be sure to fill up the quantity, unit, description, unit price, and total cost. Letter F, Materials needed. Letter G, Procedure. So we have here the rubrics used in rating the project plan. For performance criteria, completeness of parts. Excellent, 5 points if 6 parts of the project plan were used. Good, 3 points if 4 to 5 parts of the project plan were used. Fair, 1 point if 3 and below parts of the project plan were used. and then the total score. Another is your performance criteria. Content. Excellent. 5 points if the content of each part of the project plan is complete. Good. 3 points if the content of each part of the project plan lack 1 to 2 needed information or data. Fair. 1 point. The content of each part of the project plan lack 3 to 5 points needed information or data. And the last is your total score. That ends our lesson about constructing a project plan, and I hope that you learned something from it. I hope to see you again next time. Bye!